Hey there, homeschool heroes. Welcome back to homeschool.com's Homeschooling and Loving It podcast. It's your go-to place for encouragement, inspiration, and real-life tips to make your homeschool journey joyful and successful. I'm your host, Jamie, and today we're diving into a topic that every homeschool family faces at one point or another. How do we keep homeschooling interesting? So whether you're a seasoned homeschooler or are just getting started, we all hit those moments where things feel a little stale. But don't worry, I've got you covered. Today we're going to look at 5 key takeaways that will help you bring the spark back into your homeschool day. So let's jump in. Sometimes all it takes is a change of environment to breathe new life into your homeschool routine. Try doing something different, like school outside, maybe on a blanket in the middle of the yard, or how about at the library, or even at a local coffee shop if your kids are a little bit older, can handle the background noise. Field trips are great. Yes, even spur of the moment, spontaneous field trips. You can turn a regular Tuesday into an unforgettable learning experience. Why don't you try this? Why don't you try planning a learning picnic once a week? You can bring books and snacks, bring a nature journal, and let curiosity lead the way. All right, so let's look at key takeaway 2, letting our kids lead. Now, sometimes this is super difficult for some of us alpha parents that really like to be the lead in our homeschool. It's hard to just step back a little bit and let them take over. But one of the biggest perks of homeschooling is flexibility. So why not let your kids take the reins once in a while? You know, they need that test drive just to see what it's like to have to be responsible about some things. Ask them what they're curious about. You know, you can even build a mini unit study about their curiosities. When kids are invested in something, like the topic of their study, learning can become exciting and new all over again. So why don't you try this? Create a wonder wall where your kids can post questions or topics about things that they want to explore. Let's just call it maybe a bucket list for homeschooling. And you can pick one each week and dive into that topic together and have a great time going a little deeper on these high interest topics. All right, number 3, mix up the medium. So a lot of times we stick with one method of learning, like textbooks or online learning, but that's not the only way to learn. You can incorporate a variety of things into your learning. Maybe in the morning you do one thing like textbooks. In the afternoon you do a different type. You can incorporate all varieties of learning like documentaries, podcasts, hands-on projects, and even video games that align with your curriculum. A variety can keep things fresh and it caters to different learning styles. Let's try this week. Maybe you could replace one textbook lesson a week with a creative alternative, like a science experiment, or maybe a cooking project, or even a historical reenactment. How fun would that be, right? All right, so takeaway number 4. Let's celebrate the small wins. So it's easy to get caught up sometimes in the big picture. Don't forget to celebrate the little victories we experience every day. Did your child finish a tough math unit today? Celebrate it. Celebrate it with a movie night or something else special. Did your child just finish reading a whole book series? That's awesome. Take the time, bake cookies together, or do something else that's super fun. These moments build positive associations with learning, and your kids are going to love the celebrations. All right, so let's make it real. Try this. How about creating a victory jar? Every time your child accomplishes something amazing, take the time to write it down, drop it in the jar. And you know what? take the time at the end of the month and read them out loud together and go over those wins, go over those victories, and celebrate once again. All right, takeaway number 5. Burnout is real. I know I don't have to tell you. You're a homeschool parent. You know you have probably struggled with burnout at one point or another. It's easy to happen, and sometimes it can happen faster than we even realize it. But did you know it's not just for parents? Kids can also experience burnout too. So sometimes by the end of the school year, we get to that place where, or we as parents do, we know that, but our kids can as well, where they just feel like they're in a rut. They've been doing the same thing. And just taking the time to mix something up, to do something a little bit different is so important. So if things feel a little bit off, like the kids may be getting in that rut, take a break. It's okay. It is absolutely fine to take that time to take a break, take a day off to rest, reset, or just play together. Just that little bit of time can do wonders for motivation and mental health. That little break can be all you need to reignite the spark to enjoying homeschool again. So let's make an application here. So let's try this. How about we schedule a Flex Friday every other week? We can use it for catch up. We can use it for creative projects or just for fun. No guilt, no worries that you're taking time off. No thoughts about, oh my goodness, we're missing a lesson. Oh my goodness, we're missing this in the text. No, just grace, just understanding that you need this time, that this is just as important as doing a lesson. So there you have it. 5 simple but powerful ways to keep homeschooling interesting and joyful. Remember, homeschooling is not about perfection. It's about connection, growth, and creating a life you love, learning together. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a fellow homeschooler who might need a little encouragement today. So, until next time, keep homeschooling and loving it.